So he said at the same time, branding doesn't save a business, distribution does. Well, I can't disagree with that. That's the truth. So in most cases, that's the truth because there's always outliers. Branding does establish relations. So for example, if I hang out with Roger Federer, the Australian Open just passed. I grew up briefly in country Victoria. I was in Colac and I loved tennis. I'd get Roger Federer's white and red racket. And back then, when I was 7 years old in grade 2 in Colac, country Victoria, one of the only black kids there, the cool kids, you'd play tennis instead of like footy or like down ball. You know, footy, down ball, for those that are Australian, they know what I'm talking about. That was like what the cool kids did. Soccer, footy, down ball, handball. That's what you do in primary school when you're trying to like climb the rankings, or you have to be the fastest. But in Colac, for whatever reason, was tennis. So how I was able to brand myself as cool at 7 or 8 years old, especially as a minority, was, hey, I'm gonna learn how to play tennis. I got the Roger Federer racket. Hey, I'm cool. I tried to bring that Roger Federer swag back to Melbourne by the time I was in year 4, year 5. Oh, you play tennis? Cool. Let's play Tiki. Tiki, got it. Racket gone. Another brand association. When I was in year 7, and again, I was a bit insecure, I love SpongeBob still. And for those of you that are watching, like SpongeBob's the OG. Shout out to SpongeBob, right? I watched SpongeBob, I would download it on my iPod Touch. And at lunchtime, as you do in year 7, you're either talking about girls, or you're talking about sports, or like good TV shows. I wasn't getting girls till I was 12 and a half. So I wasn't able to participate in that conversation. Anyway, actually that's not true, but anyway. I'm talking to the cool kids and I'm like, guys, look at the new SpongeBob episodes that I've downloaded. How cool is this? And they're like, you still watch SpongeBob? I was like, fuck. So the cool kids don't watch SpongeBob anymore. My bad. They were talking about like, you know, like Grand Theft Auto, the game, and I played COD, Call of Duty, but they were talking about more like scandalous television that I wasn't allowed to watch. My parents didn't even want me to watch it. I never was allowed to watch The Simpsons growing up, or like Family Guy and stuff like that, but they were talking about things like that. So I was like, okay. So I immediately stopped sharing with them the SpongeBob stuff, and I even deleted the SpongeBob videos off my phone. Boo-hoo, little dummy, whatever. But it was because of the brand that I had associated or had created because of my association with SpongeBob was no longer cool. So can brand in and of itself save your business? No. It can put it in the right direction, and associations over time compound. But does brand in and of itself save your business? No. Distribution does, and distribution is a dance between sales and marketing. Ultimately, though, if you can't sell your product, you're going to struggle. Because at the end of the day, from caveman times to now, salespeople are the ones that actually get the job done. If you look at a big corporate company, the people that tend to get fired the most frequently are actually CMOs, Chief Marketing Officers. Not CROs, Chief Revenue Officers, not CSOs, Chief Sales Officers, not CEOs, Chief Executive Officers, or COOs, Chief Operations Officers. It's usually the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer. So that's even why us as an agency, quick plug, we focus on solving marketing and sales solutions. Because if you're solving just a marketing solution, you're not solving enough. As per the statement that you mentioned, branding isn't going to save a business, distribution does.